Hasselhoff? You were robbed. Everyone knows it. But you know what? Sitting around feeling sorry for yourself won't change anything. You gotta get back out there. You gotta show them the real Hoff.
Are you ready for more unsettling Hobie subplots?
Today we're going to practice what we learned in CPR, so I'm going to need a volunteer. Anybody? Hobie, what about you?
You've come to the right slammer. Sorry, I mean channel.
Got it? Now let me show you again.
I'm just sorry this episode just seems void of any law and order. This is all happening on the B-side plot of this episode.
You okay? What? A kiss?
With an extra pedophilic twist. Yeah, he wants his heart to belong to Shawnee.
Just mouth to mouth. In your dreams.
Nice to know she's infatuated with little wieners, but what's changed from the last episode, right? Baywatch would still like to remind us that Craig is a working lawyer.
Waiting for me back at the loft. I gotta be in court at 3 and I got a business lunch in between. I don't even have time to go back to headquarters for change.
Prosecution here says he should just roll over.
I'm holding down 2 jobs in a marriage. You know what happens if I don't maintain a strict schedule? Chaos.
Seriously, how are you not into cardiac arrest between dealing with the stress of being a lifeguard and then being a lawyer working multiple hours of the day? But he can't go to his lawyering task until he completes this life-saving task.
Something on my fishing line. I don't know what it is.
Turns out the fisherman found a bomb.
I'll come out and I'll cordon off the beach.
Time to have a heart attack in 3, 2, 1. Whoever was in charge of making sure he doesn't do stupid shit is fired.
And you wanted the bomb squad to have all the fun.
Well, looks like it's time for a change, Craig.
Oh, man.
Sorry, Court, but you're not the bomb right now. There goes our free title giveaway.
I need a vacation.
Great.
Home of the hits, KKHR.
focus of today's episode is Court, Craig, and Eddie having a guy's day out going on vacation to Mexico. Court has Eddie tag along because Shawnee agrees when it comes to babysitting him, the odds may be better in their favor than hers.
Here's my shopping list. Be sure and haggle.
Okay, fine.
See you Monday.
Yeah, with Baywatch tanking in the ratings, the writers decided to have a siesta and take their ideas on vacation somewhere.
Nice lipstick.
If you guys don't like tacos, Mexico's nacho type.
Love, come on, let's go.
Where?
Vacation, Mexico, surfing. I told you I needed a vacation. That was an invitation this morning, wasn't it?
I think it's time for Eddie to fake his own death, move to Mexico, live off tacos, and have a tequila kind of day.
Well, let's go. Hey! Well, what about your schedule?
I pushed my court date back a week.
Apparently, Craig, you didn't read the job description of a lawyer properly.
93 KKHR.
Here is something I just noticed when watching the show. Mitch's couch is actually a boat. What do they call his couch? The Unbreakable? Captain Thorpe later arrives because he had an argument with his wife, and his wife kicked him out.
An incident. She threw me out.
I'll go get a sleeping bag and some blankets out of the garage.
What do you expect? You're not young, you're not dead, you're somewhere in between.
In 27 years, I never heard her use the word sham.
I picked up some new vocabulary too when Gail left me.
Assuming you're just an old man was your first mistake on this show.
Hit radio 93 KKHR.
So where exactly are the Baywatch boys headed again?
Nowhere to hide. Got nowhere to run. Nowhere to hide.
Their road trip took a turn for the worse, going from smooth to off-road and bumpy quite quickly.
I told you we shouldn't have left the highway. Now we're lost.
Thanks to TV road trip rules, which deem Mexicans hate American tourists and are immediately fed to the federales and cartels whom loot, kidnap, or kill.
There's only one thing to do. We'll turn around and we'll go back and we'll pick up the highway.
No.
We're not lost, man. Are we?
Don't blame the Mexicans. I don't remember that path being a part of Interstate Highway 805.
Well, then show me where we are on the map.
Court solves them being off the beaten path by making their venturing off a more unstable beaten path as he throws away the map.
Some places you have to find without a map.
Seriously, Baywatch, logic. Try it.
Where are we going surfing? Never Land.
Tell you what, if you guys ever have an experience as intense as the one I had with Inez, you'll be able to find your way back too.
That's probably why they call you John No Direction Court, because where exactly are you taking this episode?
Hey guys, are we gonna look for surf? Let's go.
Could they remind us what the plot is? Because I think the tequila is starting to set in.
Oh my, my, my. There's 1,000 miles between you and I. Oh my, my, my. There's 1,000 miles between me and paradise. Oh, paradise. Oh my, my, my. Oh, paradise. Oh my, my, my. Oh, paradise. Oh my, my, my. 1,000 miles between me and paradise. When the dark has gone, the morning's won. We're gonna feel.
Nice to know the stunt doubles are having a good time surfing like a boss. All that goes to hell once we find out Craig's Jeep is stolen.
Hey, come back here!
Get mad. At least they left you with the bare essentials.
At least they left our clothes.
93 KKHR.
Back at Casa de Buchanan Burger King, Captain Thorpe's chokehold on the scene is being quite dominant.
My duty call's not till 7:30. Well, the way I figure, take 30 minutes. You consume the meal and peruse the newspaper.
It's becoming quite a thorn in your spine of uncool characters.
14 to 17 minutes to jog to headquarters. Half an hour to shower up and get ready. Another 30 minutes to scan yesterday's incident reports. 10 minutes to make the tower assignments. And 5 to prep for roll call.
You first.
What about my cup of coffee? I like a cup of coffee at work.
I factored that into the prep. Decaffeinated, of course.
Of course.
Yeah. Gotta keep the senses sharp.
Please, Mitch, no need to overanalyze this. A little cyanide in his brandy, and Garner and the boys will never know what hit him.
We've got to get rid of him.
Just give him a break, will ya? He's going through a rough time.
If we don't, I'll go crazy. Even worse, I'll go hungry.
Nice to know you're taking your stranded moment well. Why don't we get into the story where Craig murders one of them for wheeling away with his $40,000 rig.
Charming little beach town ahead.
Yeah, it's just around the next bend.
That's what you said 6 bends ago.
After all, he used to brag about how he once outwheeled someone who was driving a $2,000 XJ.
Taking you to the map away.
Oh, it's there. Friendliest little place I ever been. Folks there took me in like I was long-lost family.
Something smells. Is it Eddie?
Really? Oh, well, that's good. That's good.
Was there something written on Eddie's diaper that says there's more where that came from?
Let me know. I want to throw myself on it.
Radio KKHR, Los Angeles.
Mitch, however, is not taking too well with his living conditions with Captain Thorpe.
Thorpe eating you out of the house and home?
Worse, he's cooking.
It's not so much of his tightly ruined daily schedule, but more of the fact that he cooks like shit.
Oh, I don't know how you can stand it.
It's not so bad. I wash it down with orange juice and toss the rest in the garbage can when his back is turned.
That's okay. Mitch lacks the mental kitchen capacity most 40-some-year-olds with families have to make nutritious meals on his own. Why must we be enhanced with another midlife crisis episode of Captain Thorpe trying to find his place of sense and sensibility in Baywatch?
Maybe sneak out around 6:50, change into some dancing duds, and hit the discos.
Discos?
Yeah. I hear McMurtry's is a great place to troll for chicks. Best of all, I've still got my youth. I'm still young. I still got moves. And tonight, the king is going to show you a few.
Here, I thought everything was already explored. So Baywatch is going to make sure every nook and cranny of your never too old to party issue is deeply examined. It all starts with a cherry of a car. Is that to be a phallic metaphor to compensate of how shriveled he is?
No thanks, I've had my fill of nightlife lately.
Beware of this old man where he is in a profession where men die young.
Actions speak louder than words.
We return back to Deadwood, Mexico.
Hey, there's Miguel now. If anybody in this town can help us out, it's Miguel.
Miguel?
Hey, Miguel, mi hermano.
Hey, I thought you said these people were like family.
Never piss off a Latino. They remember shit that hasn't even happened yet.
I don't get it, man. I lived with this guy for a week.
Maybe you overstayed your welcome.
That's usually the response they get when someone gazes at their little wiener.
Look, there's one person in this town who's gonna treat us right, okay?
So this is supposed to be Baywatch's remake of Three Amigos or Oliver Stone's U-Turn?
John D.
I told you I'd come back someday.
What'd I say?
You didn't tell me you'd be leaving town.
Because when life gives you lemons, slice those fuckers up, drink some tequila, and do the Mexican hack dance to their death.
Tequila, comprende?
Hey, you mind?
In the middle of something personal here.
What'd you say?
Nothing at all.
The town is practically petrified of their presence, where it involves one romantic love interest and now 3 idiotos who have to save the town.
Hey, sit down, boy. They're just having a little fun.
Come on now.
Yeah, well, the party's over.
They settle their differences with a bar fight. Of course they're not tired of living. What a frightfully silly thing to say.
The service here stinks. I'll be back to get my refund.
Court has only appeared in his second episode and he's already in his second bar fight. Well, be sure to go easy on his cowboy apparel because that comes out of his paycheck.
John, I will ride.
We showed him, didn't we?
Don't punch his pearly whites because lifeguards don't have dental. NBC, the studio that helped give Baywatch its first epic voyage into prime time, is now having an identity crisis as to what direction this show should go in. The NBC network execs were certain that after 3 Baywatch episodes that the premise of the show couldn't hold its position no matter what direction they took it in. So, to decide this, NBC took a head count by looking at the rest of its action-packed lineup of shows from Miami Vice, A-Team, Hunter, and since action is what people wanted, action is what was going to win the hearts and minds. But yet the core focus of the program, lifeguarding, is only subjected to background plots instead. This still makes for a humorous episode because this first time we see Eddie becomes our favorite whipping post being food for fodder. Our heroes take a fall, but it's all in good fun.
Hey, sorry. We've been invited to leave town.
We find out that the bar brawl was caused by the same individuals who stole Craig's Jeep.
Invited to leave town. By them.
I hope these guys aren't all your brothers. You're a regular one, you can leave town now.
Don't listen to them, they are cowards.
We're not wanted here. We're getting my Jeep and we're going.
Town, fearful for standing up to the backlash caused by harboring our Baywatch brat pack, try to convince them to leave.
That Jeep belongs to regular now. You fools.
Leave! Who's this guy? Why is everybody so scared of him?
The townspeople try to convince them that staying here could put their families at risk of being murdered.
I'll tell you who he is. He's a cheap crook, and when I see him, I'm gonna tell him. He's gonna still see the reason.
Come on, Greg, I don't think that's such a great idea.
Huh, lawyers never lose their appeal, huh? What a crock of shit.
Fine. I do it myself.
Craig says he will tackle the issues alone because only one is surely qualified to win in this stalemate that requires a keen sense crisis intervention.
And kick Wriggler's butt if we have to.
Is he crazy?
I haven't recovered from kicking his butt yesterday.
Oh, I don't think you will be well enough to testify.
You better get packing because I'm gonna be back in a couple hours.
Now that's some real redneck cooking. Cooking a chicken on a fence. That's some low-budget badass. Not awfully sanitary, though. Craig later catches up to the Jeep thief whom stole it many road miles ago.
You better be installing the stereo, boy. You're dead.
93 KKHR.
Now we get into the most uncomfortable child-luring scene of Hobie entering Shawnee's place.
Hi, this is a surprise. I was in the neighborhood. You know. I know. These are for you. A special occasion. Well, you letting me be in your tower and all. You want to come in? Yeah.
So not only did NBC put action ahead of lifeguard drama, but decided to divulge into yet another underage pedophilic subplot with Hobie.
It's really nice of you to let me hang out with you here. So, you were saying about liking me being here?
With Eddie out of town, it gets kind of lonely around here. It's nice to have a man around the house.
If I were your boyfriend, I'd never leave town without you.
He may be young enough to put Shawnee on the sex offender registry, but really, he honestly can't be that stupid to steal someone's girlfriend. Yes, we know it's Eddie. He's got the emotional maturity of a young Kevin Arnold in the Wonder Years. Still, when it comes to pedo bears, they always like to set traps.
Hobie.
Back in Southern California, hit radio, KKHR.
Meanwhile, at Mitch's, He's enjoying watching his bailout movie titled Out of an Old Man's Life. That doesn't stop Captain Thorpe, who arrives with a revelation.
Do it, Mitch. I got up to the counter and handed across the divorce papers. But when the clerk reached for them, I pulled them back.
But Captain, Mitch's sarcasm depends on Mitch's level of stupidity if he is willing to accept it.
Hobie! Hobie! Hi. I want to talk to you.
I mean, you want to kill me?
Why would I want to do that? I think what you did was sweet.
I'm sorry, but I don't care if she is letting him down gently, friend-zoning him, or if she is actually being really serious about the words that are coming out of her mouth right now. But just stop the creepiness, Baywatch.
Sweet? That ranks right up there with cute.
Wait. I'm glad you kissed me.
Stop!
You are?
Yeah. You know, some people go through their whole lives never having anyone ever fall in love with them.
Right now! Well, the surf ninjas tried at Craig's Way, and look what happened. Eddie ended up screaming, crying, wetting himself, complaining that his diaper makes his butt look big.
Whoa.
So now it's time for court to be in session.
Couldn't be.
No way.
The last time they tried with you guys being the judge, jury, and executioner of the town, they had left you beaten and unconscious in a bar.
He did it. I don't believe it.
What's your excuse this time?
Peachy.
Oh, he didn't lay a finger on me. Just Knuckles.
Got any more great ideas? No.
I figure it's time to settle the score and head to the bad guys shack to rig up some gasoline. How's their gouging? Because they figure soon these thugs will be dialing into 1-800-DROP-DEAD.
Sheriff Flores is gonna pay for this!
That's it? That's all your demolition minds could come up with? There wasn't even a point to that.
You blew up my Jeep! No, you blew up your Jeep.
My Jeep! I blew up my Jeep!
In their defense, it was just a ruse to lure the men out.
Hey, Wriggler's coming! Come on! Come on, we gotta get ready! Wriggler's coming!
This accomplishes absolutely nothing.
Gather around! We need your help!
It's bad enough that you're doing it, and now you want the traumatized townspeople to help you?
Wriggler and his men are coming. They'll destroy the town if we don't stop them.
What are you talking about?
Court blew up their Jeep. No, crap.
After all, we are like, you're my brothers, you're the jelly to my burger, the knife to my soup, the glitter to my sushi, and the ketchup to my ice cream.
If I were you, I'd run.
That's right. Well, if I were you, I'd fight. I mean, it's not us they're gonna be after.
It was you who blew up their Jeep.
It's not the way they're gonna see it.
Tell them about it.
Did it to get them here. Look, you can't beat them alone, and we can't beat them alone.
My point is I'm worthless.
Looks like it.
That's why they call him John Dickless Court. Funny, I thought it was John Defective Court. So the angry Frankenstein mob shows up with torches. Don't think of it as ladies and gentlemen as getting hot flashes. Think of them as their inner child playing with matches. Oh man, those chickens are gonna be KFC'd tonight. Extra crispy. The townspeople in the West Texas rednecks fight that results in massive property damage. Perfect injury, and setting reconstruction costs back for years to come. Best Rocky fight choreography ever. In case of emergency, they arm up with their 911s. They lay me down to sleep. Beside their bed, a gun they keep. And when I wake up and you're inside, the coroner's van will be your last ride.
You scum of the earth.
Miraflores belongs to us!
Despite their victory, I do like the ending because despite their rescue, the boys are still run out of the town for causing damage.
I guess this is where the town showers us with appreciation.
You can send the authorities to pick up this garbage. But if I see your face here again, I'll scratch it off.
Because healing doesn't mean the damage never existed. It means the damage no longer controls their life.
Oh, man. I need a vacation.
Tossed out on the ocean, and we get caught up swimming in the motion. Hearts were sailing, love was on the